Alright, for today's video, we're going over my personal rankings for the 10 worst NHL jerseys of all time. Now, this is a personal list of my opinions on the 10 worst jerseys, so let's get into it. And we'll have some honorable mentions first. There's a lot of jerseys that could be on this list, and not all of them could fit in the top 10, so we've got to have some honorable mentions on here. So the first honorable mention is going to be the Islanders Fisherman jersey. Now this is one that at the time it came out in the 95 season, this was worn for only 2 seasons by the team, but this was like the first major redesign the Islanders had in their history, and it's really the only one. Um, yeah, there's people did not like the logo, the colors, the design. It was just overall not a hit. I personally am not one of the people that think this jersey's, horrible or ugly. I kind of do like this jersey, but I had to include it on here somewhere because I know it's not a very big fan favorite. Next, we have the Dallas Stars WORDMARK jersey. This one was worn from 2007 to 2013, and both versions of this jersey, the black one as well, just very plain, very dull jersey in my opinion, and that's why it's on here. Next, we have the Senators' current jersey. They've worn this since 2007. It's seen little change. It's just that basic Reebok template. And yeah, I go more into depth on this in my NHL redesign video. So if you go watch that, I go more into depth on this team specifically. Next, honorable mention, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning, the alternate Bolts jersey. This is worn from 2008 to 2014. Just a very, just kind of boring design, in my opinion. I get the Bolts as the nickname. I don't know, not a huge fan of it. I think they've had a lot better alternate jerseys, and yeah, just not one that I'm a big fan of. And next honorable mention, we have the Flames 90s jerseys. Very just odd striping on these jerseys. You can see they have that stripe that just comes out of nowhere up the middle, and just a very weird jersey. This was only worn for 5 seasons, 95 to 2000, so you could see fans felt the same way, and they went from a classic design, tried something new, and I don't really think it hit that well with fans. So let's get into the actual top 10 now. And at number 10, we have the Ottawa Senators SENS alternate, worn from 2008 to 2011. This jersey is just very, very busy. In my opinion, you have really all the things that people don't like about the Reebok jerseys. You have them all put into this. You have piping, you have half striping, you have the armpit striping, you have just the odd like side striping coming down. It is just a hideous jersey, and I had to put it on here. The Sens nickname. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of teams using that nickname kind of slogan on their jerseys, and here's a better look at it. The really only good part, I guess, is the colors, and I mean their logo is on the shoulders. I mean, other than that, there is not much to like about this jersey. It is very busy and just hard to look at. Next up at number 9, we have the Avalanche Stadium Series jersey from this past season. A lot of people said this jersey grew on them after seeing it in action during the game, but for me, it just hasn't. It's very weird striping. The striping kind of makes up the design and the logo. And like this is comparable to the Canucks Flying V in my opinion. This is on that same level. But I do like the colors. I understand the design. It's just something that I don't think I'm ever gonna like, and I just think it's a very peculiar jersey. And here's another look at it. I get the Stadium Series is supposed to be experimental, but just because they're doing something new doesn't mean you have to like it or it looks good in my opinion. So yeah, I think they belong at number 9 on this list. Next, we have the Buffalo Sabres Buffa Slug, and called the Buffa Slug because you can see the logo there. They kind of tried to modernize their Buffalo logo, and it just ends up looking like, half slug, half buffalo. It is very weird looking. They wore these jerseys from 2006 to 2010, and the striping's weird as well, in my opinion. Just a lot of curved like stripes coming down. You can see here on the blue version, you got these thick silver stripes. You got armpit striping. It's very weirdly positioned with all the stripes, and I think a lot of people are not big fans of the logo. I think that's what really does it in for this jersey, but I know there is some Buffalo fans that probably do like it because last time the Sabres made playoffs, which was over 10 years ago, they were wearing these jerseys. So I could see a lot of Buffalo fans actually still having some attachment to this jersey. Coming in at number 7, we have the Los Angeles Kings Burger King jersey, and actually we have their former affiliate, the Manchester Monarchs, wearing a version of the jersey. But here is what the Kings wore. Very 90s looking jersey, and just a lot going on here as well. I mean, you've got a gradient from black to gray, and that's two colors right there. And then you've got purple and the marigold. You have so many different colors. It's kind of like they mashed up their two eras at the time, and then they threw in that new logo. And of course, this is why it is called the Burger King, because of this Burger King mascot looking guy. And then it's very weird. You got the logo up here, very small, like a soccer logo, and then this thing's kind of looking like a sash. It's a very, very weird jersey, and it was only worn for a season, 95-96, and it is a very hideous jersey, but I know this one has gained a big following, and the uglier the jersey, the more expensive it's going to be. Number 6, we have the Boston Bruins Pooh Bear jersey, as many call it, and this jersey was worn from 95 to 2006, so I actually didn't realize this jersey was worn for that long, but I believe there was even rumors at time that they wanted to make the bear their main logo, this bear, and do away with the bee for a while. That would have been absolutely crazy, but didn't end up happening. And the bear is kind of like they tried to modernize the logo of their older bear they had on their shoulders, but it just came off very weird. The bear looks very weird. The striping, they kind of tried to make it like the bear slash the jersey. I don't know, wasn't the best execution on this jersey, and the big Bruins on the sleeve, on the shoulders, is just kind of tacky in my opinion. Not one of the best Bruins jerseys, so that's why it's coming in at number 6. Number 5, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning Storm jersey. Now, this jersey has got to be one of the most expensive jerseys to get. This one is going for $1,000 and over in US dollars, but this was worn from 96 to 99 by the Tampa Bay Lightning. This was their first ever alternate, and oh man, this is a extremely busy jersey. This is an eyesore for sure. You've got black, you've got white, you've got silver, you have yellow going on. You have so many colors, and then you have like these raindrops coming down. You have waves, you've got lightning, even the numbers. I mean, and this logo as well. I'm not a fan of this Tampa Bay Lightning logo, so that really doesn't help this jersey out. This jersey is just a mess overall. It is one of the busiest, crazy jerseys I've ever seen, and yeah, not much can top this, but it's coming at number 5, so things could get worse. Number 4, we have the Dallas Stars Mooterus jersey. This is worn from 2003 2006. You've got Mike Modano wearing this jersey here, and the Mooterus, it's called the Mooterus. Not going to go in depth, but there's an obvious reason why it's called the Mooterus, based on the look of the logo, and even beyond that, the logo, I mean, it's just super busy as well. I mean, you've got like a constellation thing going on. You've got stars for the eyes. You've got the swooshing star coming around. You've got another color added with this outlines. You've got tan, black, green, red, and gold. You have so much color going on. I actually do like the striping design, but it's the logo that really ruins this jersey. This is a hideous logo, and that's why this one's coming in at number 4. Number 3, we have the Canucks Flying V, and now when I look at it here, and they actually brought this back in Adidas for a warm-up jersey. They didn't wear it in an actual game, but looking at it here, it's not as bad. It's still a bit ugly. I'm not sure if this jersey, this Flying V was changed, because I don't remember. I thought that there would be a cutoff here, and then the top would be yellow. They might have modified it, but regardless, off the original version, here is the black version. This is just a very, very hideous jersey. This is worn from 78 to 85, so this was around for 7 seasons for the Canucks, and man, it's just like the striping is supposed to be V for Vancouver, and you've got numbers by like the cuffs of the sleeves. You got logo up here. You got smaller V's on the sleeve design. It's a very weird jersey and very odd design. You don't really see much of this anymore, but that Colorado one is very reminiscent of something like this, but super weird jersey, hideous to a lot, and I think it definitely belongs here on number 3. Number 2, we have the Nashville Predators Mustard Tiger jersey, as it's called, and for good reason. It's kind of a mustard color. It's not really gold, you would say. It's not really like a bronze. It's just an ugly color in between. The logo as well is just really weird. I mean, you've got the logo that's usually 2D. They've turned it into 3D. The Predator on there just looks really, really off. He just looks so weird. The eyes just looked all dopey, and the striping as well is just kind of weird. And you got this very unordinary collar here that kind of turns into a square. I mean, I guess the only good thing to come out of this jersey was this cool skull logo that they kept on using after, but other than that, this jersey is flat out horrible. So, number 1 coming up, and as many would have guessed, it is the Anaheim Ducks Wild Wing. I guess technically they were the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim at the time that this jersey was worn. This jersey here was worn for 1 season, 95 to 96, and it is a extremely expensive jersey to get. You're talking in the thousands here, but here it is. This jersey speaks for itself. You've got a cartoon duck jumping off the bottom of the jersey, breaking out the ice. You've got just these very 90s colors here with the teal and the purple. It is just a very cartoony looking jersey. Even the numbers, very cartoony as well. They actually brought this jersey back as a warm-up this past season, I believe, or it might have been for their 25th season, but it is just a weird jersey, not one that I think players were happy to wear at the time, and it's no wonder why they did such a drastic redesign in the early 2000s and went away from the Mighty Duck look, because it was starting to get very, cartoony because of the ties with Disney, and, once they were able to, make some changes, change the color scheme, change the logo, um, kind of reinvent themselves. They weren't the Mighty Ducks anymore, they were just the Ducks, and I think this jersey had a part to play in why they went away from all that. So, that is my list here of the top 10 worst NHL jerseys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.